I have too much. I have what I need. I have lots of what I want. It's all more than enough. In fact, I'm going on a if I have it, I can't buy it diet. I have to. I'm going to show you a few of the things that I have a surplus of because I like to buy things when they're on sale and stock up, whether I need them or not, evidently. I mean, I looked through some things today and I can't believe the number of items I have, duplicates of the same thing. It's going to take a long time to use them up, so I'm just going to quit buying those things. What about you? Do you have all kinds of stuff on hand in case there's an apocalypse or a zombie invasion? You know, I don't think those things are going to happen, but if they did, I would never run out of toothbrushes. Let's just put it that way. If you're new here, I'm Peg, and this is my YouTube channel, Do It Myself Peg, where I talk about frugal living and all kinds of other things. And today I want to talk about being frugal, but not going overboard with it, because I go overboard with it sometimes, to a fault. And if you like this video, you can give it a thumbs up. That would be very appreciated. And subscribe if you haven't. I'm going to put a graphic up here which shows that most of my viewers lately are not subscribers. And I think this is common on YouTube. But if you'd like to subscribe and get notified of when I put up a new video, go for it. That'd be great. So if you're like me, if I see something on sale and it's a really good price, I oftentimes go ahead and buy it if I know I'll eventually use it. This is the case with toothbrushes. I believe I have 11 toothbrushes, plus 2 in my bathroom. This is my spare bathroom. I have a hand one, came out of this box right here. You can see there's one missing, and an electric toothbrush. So I have 11 extra. I have 13 total, and that's too many. It's not necessary. I only have, this many teeth, and I only need one toothbrush at a time. But for some reason, when I see a toothbrush for like $1 or, even less, I think I have to buy it. Well, I think I'm going to stop doing that because this is way too many. I might see if somebody wants some. If I come across somebody that I think would use a toothbrush, which would be most people. What about you? Do you have a lot of toothbrushes or something like it? But that's not it. That's not all of my toiletries. Hold on. I have 8 razors. 9, because one's in my shower. I don't need this many, but I do go through them quicker than the toothbrushes probably because, razors get dull. But still, I don't need to buy any for quite a while, months. I don't use one very often. Go through one and need to replace it that often. And my last toiletry item I wanted to show you goes along with the toothbrushes. Guess what it is? Toothpaste. I have these 3 little travel size. I have these 2 packets, which are pretty handy for travel, but they don't give you much in there. And then I have these 2 full-size ones, plus 2 more in my bathroom in there. So I have a lot of toothbrushes and toothpaste. I would say I'm good with toothpaste for at least 6 months, maybe longer. I brush my teeth twice a day, but I don't use a lot. And it just seems like it's one of those things that doesn't, I don't go through it very quickly. Maybe I need to change my toothbrush more often, but still, I'm going to use my toothbrush till it's, time to change it. Anyway, these are things I have too much of, and I'm going to stop buying them when they're on sale. Every time I see them on sale, it's not needed. Another thing I have, and you might too, is a lot of streaming services. I only have 3 at this time. I have Netflix, Hulu, and BritBox. I just canceled Apple TV a month ago, and I don't miss it because I didn't watch that much on Apple TV, but I do like some of their programs and their shows, I should say, and movies, but they're a little more sporadic with things that I enjoy watching, so I figured I'm just going to cancel it for, a few months, maybe 6 months, who knows. It's $10 a month, and I can save, $10 every month. So if it's 6 months, I'll save $60. And then I can renew it again and catch up and then cancel it again after a few months. I figure, why not? They don't care. I mean, yes, they want you to be subscribed all the time, but they don't care, and it's none of their business whether I do this, or stay subscribed all the time. Not a big deal. So, I'd also like to get Acorn TV because there's some shows on there that I would like, but I don't need BritBox and Acorn TV. So maybe at the end of the year when my BritBox expires, my yearly subscription, maybe I won't renew it and I'll get Acorn TV instead. Or not. I may renew BritBox. I may not get either one of those. I could live without them. I could live without Netflix. I could live without Hulu. There's plenty of free things, but I really do enjoy, all of these streaming services. I don't have Prime. I don't have Paramount or Peacock or, a lot of the other ones. I don't have any premium like HBO or Max or any of that stuff. And I do just fine, with just the 3 because that's plenty. So what about you? Do you also have 3 or 1 or 7 streaming services? Do you use them all? Do you even know what you have? Sometimes we subscribe to things and then we kind of forget, which I think is terrible for me because I don't want to waste the money. So let me know. I'm in my kitchen and guess what I'm holding? Cans of tomatoes. This is just 3 cans. It's a variety. I do like to have a variety of things. Sometimes I get things like the Rotel with spices in them. These are petite diced. Sometimes I get regular diced. These are crushed. Sometimes I get tomatoes with olive oil and garlic. Sometimes they have like a Mexican seasonings. So I like having that variety. But I have 10 cans. 10 cans. I have 10 cans of tomatoes right now. And I don't use even a can a week. I will use tomatoes whenever I make soup or chili. Or I have a Spanish rice dish that I make and it calls for tomatoes. But I don't make each of those things once a week. I might, but I definitely do twice a month total, or more possibly. But I am going to stop buying canned tomatoes and beans. I have 10 cans of beans also. And I will use them. But again, I use beans about as often as I do the tomatoes. Maybe 2 cans a month. Maybe 3, stretching it. But it's crazy to have an excess. And so what I'm going to do is with the beans and the tomatoes, I'm going to put the newest ones in the back of the cabinet and put the oldest ones in front so I use them before they expire. Because I don't want to get sick, eat something that I shouldn't, and I don't want to throw away things. That's not saving money by having to throw away something that you bought and then you ended up not being able to use because you had too many on hand. Do you do this? I also have tons of other food. Pasta sauce, rice-a-roni, pasta-roni, crackers, nuts. I have so much food if we had a zombie invasion or an apocalypse or something, I'd be okay for a little while, for quite a while. But I don't think that's going to happen. I don't need to worry about that, you know. And there are two more categories that I wanted to mention, things I have way too much of. One is clothes. I know you probably don't believe that because I tend to wear the same tops in all my videos. I have, probably 4 or 5 that you see all the time. It's because they're not hideous, or that I don't think are hideous. And a lot of the clothes I have are kind of hideous. They just don't look that good, but I wear them around the house or whatever. But I often go in my bedroom and I change into a non-hideous blouse to do a video because, I'm not here to make you sick. I hope that never happens. But I have too many clothes and I don't wear a whole bunch of them. I recently donated a pair of pants and 6 tops. I was very proud of myself. But I need to just not buy more in the first place. I tend to shop at a thrift store where things are very cheap. So it's only 50 cents. It's only $2. Well, it's also taking up room. It's, I'm running out of hangers. I have all these clothes that I just don't wear. That's not good either. And the other category are craft supplies. I don't knit or crochet or do anything with yarn, but I do sew. So I have fabric, I have buttons, I have thread, all the notions that comes with doing sewing. I have paper products for like card making or collage or, paper to paint on or to use colored pencils or whatever. I have so many found objects, rusty items that I pick up, and I have way too much of this stuff, but I love it. It's weird. Some of it's weird. I've shown you my little tin can men in a couple videos, and I use different things like bottle caps and springs and different things for those. I want to make assemblage little figures, an assemblage, like put things together and assemble it and make it into something very cool. But I don't, hardly ever. The tin can men are so easy, that's what I end up making. I am weeding through things, like I mentioned. I am doing some decluttering, and I'm getting rid of some fabric and notions and some of the found objects. I may even put some of that in the trash, because it's junk. I pick it up when I walk, oftentimes. And it's rusty and cool looking. I love rust. So I need to stop it, though. I really do. It's a problem. One thing I have started doing, and I actually wrote down some of the items I've found and shown you. I'm taking an inventory of what I have, because I can keep the information in my head when I'm at the store. It's like, no, I don't need tomatoes. No, I don't need more beans. Or toothpaste, or whatever, toothbrushes for sure. But if you know what you have on hand, then you know what you don't need to buy. Pretty simple, but I thought I need to, enact this. I need to use that system, because there's no sense in stocking up on things that I already have a whole bunch of. It's just not necessary. Do you stock up too? Do you do it just, whatever the price is, just to have things on hand? Or do you shop the sales and markdowns like I do? Do you like to have things, in stock, lots of it, just in case? Or do you just buy one thing at a time? That's okay too. I mean, whatever you do is fine. But for me, I'm learning that I don't know if it's a mental thing that I think, I'm not going to be able to buy a toothbrush in the future. I'm not sure. But I'm not going to now, because I have plenty of them. There's no sense in buying more of the exact same thing I have too much of already. So thanks so much for watching, and I'll see you next time.